Hello lovely people, it's Epiphany. Today we're doing something a little different than usual. We're just going to be sitting here and talking together. Of course, another Sunset or interactive video will come out Saturday, but for now, we're just going to have a chill conversation. So, as always, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So first and foremost, the most obvious thing is that Royale High is getting kind of boring. There are very few updates. The updates we get like Dewdrop are reused, and they keep promising us a new school, but they've been promising that for about 3 years, and we've seen a little bit of progress and been told there's progress, but the last time Barbie streamed was a while ago. And if you don't know, Barbie is the creator of Royale High. By the way, if you hear kind of like a purring noise, that is indeed a cat sitting on my lap and purring, so it's normal. Anyways, a lot of people have gone to Twitter to start complaining about how there's no new updates, it's boring. A lot of people were enraged about the lack of a Black History Month and Lunar New Year's update. So what is the solution, you may ask? Well, a lot of players have taken it upon themselves, and there are currently a lot of new up-and-coming dress-up games. They are obviously inspired by Royale High to an extent, but a lot of them have completely different features. There is drama about this in itself because people are like, oh my gosh, they're copying Royale High. Think about it like this. You think of a chicken sandwich, you're probably thinking of Chick-fil-A. But Popeyes has a chicken sandwich, McDonald's has a chicken sandwich. This is because big companies understood how much profit there was in a chicken sandwich. So just because they have the same thing doesn't mean it's the exact same, and you can be inspired by something and make it your own. By the way, Chick-fil-A is the best. Some of these new games include Enchanted Moorland, Floor Valley, Royalty Kingdom 2, Astra Renaissance. There are a lot of them coming out right now, and I'm sure there are some smaller ones, I just haven't seen or heard of them yet. Obviously, this is great because it adds diversity in the amount of dress-up games you can play, but at the same time, a lot of these games are really unprofessional. The same way popular YouTubers or creators will have their own badges in Royale High, there is a very similar thing in all these other dress-up games. But a lot of people are invited to be like influencers or moderators for Discord servers. A lot of random people, and it's usually friends of the creators of the game that are being given these roles. For example, I had a really bad experience. I saw one of the upcoming games on Twitter, I decided to follow the account, I joined the link on their Discord server, but after 3 days of being in it, I had been banned. I was not banned by the owner of the server, but someone who is allowed to be a moderator in the server. I assume because they were someone's friend, or maybe just because they had a large social media presence, I am not 100% sure. And as judgmental as I am when it comes to Sunset Island outfits, I'd say I conduct myself pretty well online. I'll occasionally be sarcastic, but other than that, I'm pretty good. Well, this person banned me because I did not want to answer a question about a controversial person. After some drama and getting cussed out and messaging the actual owner, we finally got it figured out, but it was definitely a hassle. It was a bad experience, and I no longer feel the same about the game if they're gonna let anyone be a moderator like that. And not just anyone, someone who banned me for their personal reasons and were willing to cuss me out in the Discord server. So, what did we learn from that little TED Talk? The moral of the story is that a lot of these games are pretty unprofessional when it comes to hiring. A lot of these games lack that, especially in their servers, which is where a lot of leaks are created, where the influencers talk, and that's where a lot of the game development happens. So it's kind of upsetting to see that it's almost like a joke and just a normal group chat in there. Don't get me wrong, I am all for doing something fun with your friends and getting together to create something, but if you are going to create a game, might as well be a little professional about it. One of the new games that I really like, called Enchanted Moorland, which has not been released yet, they're still developing the game. Their server is pretty professional. They have certain rules, you can't cuss people out, which is awesome, and there's different channels for different things. While we do have fun on there, there's also a lot of game-related talk, which is awesome, and they don't hire a bunch of random people to be moderators or influencers. You actually have to apply through Google Forms, which is an amazing system, and really weeds out the random people who are going to be rude. Of course, I'm going to be a little biased because of my personal bad experience, but I do really admire that they handle business the way they do, and the game is coming along really well. Now, I listed some of the more successful upcoming games, but there are other ones that are extremely controversial. For example, one called Party Time. I didn't see much about it, but apparently there was racism involved, and the builder or the creator keeps running around making different accounts and trying to make new games, but everyone knows who it is. It is a big mess. It just proves the level of maturity that is needed to create a game, and that it is a big task. It's not something you could just whip out of your butt in one day. That was a weird analogy, but it's alright. So, in conclusion, while I really like the idea of new games, some of them are very different than Royale High. For example, they have more of a storytelling aspect, they have different forms instead of just like a wings and skirts section, and they're overall a lot of fun, and they actually update pretty often. I support a lot of these new games, and I think the diversity in dress-up games is really awesome, but I'd be very careful because most of the time before these small games even start, there's something about the developer's past is brung up, or something racist happens, or someone scams someone, so just be very careful about what games you choose to play. And now, I know I posted a poll earlier this week about like having just a tea video and having an announcement at the end, and you guys said you'd watch it. So, are you ready for the announcement? I am so excited to announce that I am officially an influencer for Fantasy Hangout and Enchanted Moorland. While Enchanted Moorland is still in development, they release a lot of leaks, and I will actually be making pretty much weekly videos about the leaks discussed in the Discord server, because when I tell you that I love that game so much and I'm so excited, I mean it. They have all sorts of different sets, and there is leaks pretty much every day. There's beautiful portals, which I'll show you soon, and it's just really enchanted, and I'm so excited. For example, here's a portal that was leaked yesterday, and there's actually going to be more of them. There's a little story behind it, and here is a set that was unreleased, so I cannot show you the unblurred version yet, but it is so pretty. And here's a picture of one of the maps. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I love how fantasy-like it is. As for the other game, Fantasy Hangout, they actually just released their St. Patrick's update, and it is so cute. The whole map is green, and there's a new halo, a new set, and a code so you can redeem some new hearts, which is the currency. It is overall super fun to play and just hang out with your friends, and you can actually gift people items, which is super kind. So, if you've connected the dots, I've announced this because I will start posting videos about these other games as well as Royale High. Royale High will be the main one, and I will keep my name the same because I've already been a channel for a little bit, but there's some new games I'll be playing, and I hope you guys really enjoy the new content. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for sitting and chatting with me. I hope you enjoyed a little snack or something. And I actually have a surprise. The first 3 people to comment the word pickle and like this video will get a shout out in the beginning of the next video. So make sure to do that if you're seeing this. If not, then I guess you don't get a shout out. Again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye!